Although Anakin Skywalker's powers grew as the years went on, he would often astonish his fellow Jedi and even Obi-Wan Kenobi, who knew him better than anyone, and by the age of 14, he had already proven himself on several important missions. However, it was during this time that he began a slow slide towards the dark side of the Force, in part due to the increasing influence from Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, someone Anakin thought of as a sympathetic confidant and mentor. In fact, in the boy's mind also were dark voices that he was desperate to find a way to stop. The voices that doubted he'd ever become a great Jedi Knight. The voices that told him he had abandoned his mother. And so, to remove them out of his mind, even if temporarily, Anakin turned to other activities to occupy his thinking, to stimulate his interest, to avoid boredom, such as tinkering with droids and tech devices. The sad part was that even though young Skywalker was liked by other Jedi Temple students, he was not loved. He had no close friends, something Obi-Wan noticed and grieved for Anakin's loneliness. This was perhaps due to the fact that Anakin often allowed his own pride and jealousy to destroy any friendships he barely had. Beyond these inner demons, of course, Anakin was also feeling an immense pressure on him due to the prophecy. Considering all this, there was still the factor that the Jedi High Council played in his daily stress. In fact, many of its members were still doubtful that Anakin was truly the Chosen One, and Yoda himself even mentioned that the prophecy could have been misread, and that Anakin may not have been the one destined to bring balance to the Force. Although there was a brief time of intense aspiration when Anakin considered himself in his young pride to be the Chosen One, and felt in his growing arrogance that his master and the Jedi Council were holding him back from reaching his full potential, by the end of the Clone Wars, Anakin Skywalker himself ultimately grew to disbelieve that he was the Chosen One, and dismissed the prophecy as a myth, due perhaps to his own formidable fears. This doubt actually became a reality for Anakin when he indeed fell to the dark side, and as Darth Vader was partly responsible for the fall of the Jedi Order. Dark premonitions of losing Anakin to the dark side began to come to Kenobi with more frequency and force after the start of the Clone Wars, when the galaxy fractured and the Republic threatened to split apart. Even Kenobi ultimately lost faith after Anakin's betrayal. In fact, you could even say that the only person who truly believed in him and that there was still good inside was his son, Luke Skywalker, who was the ultimate reason why Anakin was redeemed in the end. Alright, Star Wars fans, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, feel free to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't miss out on any of my future videos that I will post on this channel. Have a fun day, my friends, and in closing, don't forget, may the Force be with you always.